Hello everyone, my name is Kel Sounds, and this is our demo for our Let's Make Dubstep series. Hope you guys enjoy. Hello everyone, my name is Kel Sounds, and today I want to show you guys the demo project for Let's Make Dubstep episode 5. This is the final episode in the series, and if you stayed tuned for this long, thank you, and I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. And as promised, I am going to be releasing this project file for free. So every time I do a series, I'm going to try and release a free project file. So let me just go ahead and let you guys know what this is going to contain. So pretty much all the sounds that we made from the series. So you'll get 4 different faceplant presets, and these are just different variations from the first preset that we made in episode 1. You'll also get the kick samp, or the kick preset that we made in episode 2. You'll get the faceplant snare preset that we made in episode 3. Also the hi-hat that we made. Let me go ahead and turn all these on real quick. So let's go over again. The bass, the kick, the snare and hi-hat. And then in episode 4, we went ahead and made a laser and a clap. So this is the clap faceplant preset. And then this is the laser faceplant preset. And this is just extras from that laser preset. So yeah, you're going to be getting all the samples, all the presets that I made for this. You'll also be getting the project file, which is the track that I made, and then the recording of the track and a separate audio track. For this project file, I'm actually going to freeze and flatten all the tracks inside of here just because it makes it easier to export it and collect all and save into one project file, so that way you guys can have access to everything that I made in here. So it's just going to be audio stems. But yeah, you'll have the project file. So yeah, that'll be cool if you guys want to check that out. So I wasn't able to record showing the whole process. It would have taken like forever. This project took me probably around 4 to 5 hours to make, and honestly you can make something like this pretty fast. The only reason it took me that long was because, well, we made everything from scratch inside of faceplant, such as the kick, the snare, and when I tried to make a loop with it, not everything fit together too well, so I had to do a little bit more processing, such as to the snare. And then I had to do a little bit more processing with the laser effect, and of course some of the basses to make them fit the rest of the track. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, I want to go ahead and show you guys what I did really quickly inside of this project, and I'm first going to start out with the drums. So I'm just going to solo the drum track here, and it's just a basic drum loop. This sound is actually the hi-hat. I just pitched it up with a shifter, added some delay, did a little bit more post-processing, added a snap heap LFO setup thing to kind of give it a pumping effect. And then for the snare, I did do a little bit of post-processing on this after the original. Wait a minute, no, I'm sorry, I didn't do any post-processing on this. I actually left this as is, and then I layered it with our clap sample that we made inside of faceplant. I basically just drowned it in 100% reverb, turned the diffuse up, did a little bit of EQing, layered it on top of our snare, and it sounds like this. And then inside of the mix, it sounds like this. And then for our clap, I only used it once inside of the whole project, so it's just when it goes to the second part of the drop. So we didn't really use that other than layering it with the snare, so it was pretty useful. And then for the kick, I didn't really do too much. I just dragged it over onto the track. Then I love doing this trick, which is the reverse kick. Basically just this kick sample reversed to give it more of an impact before it goes into the drop. So without it, and then with it. And then for our hats, I went ahead and just made a simple loop inside of a group here. So I have 2 hats. The cool thing about the hat is that when we come over here to our preset that we made the hat with, if I go ahead and unfreeze the track, I get a different sound pretty much every time because of the ensemble effect that's on here. As you can see, there's a bunch of movement happening with the voices. So yeah, I'm just getting different samples. All I have to do is just insert an audio track and record, and I get, or record multiple times, and I get different samples each time. So that's pretty much what I did for the hi-hats. Now it is time to move on to the basses. And so this is the bass group soloed. Oh, and as you can see, I have sidechaining going on with a utility. So I'm sidechaining the snare, and then I'm sidechaining the kick with the gain inside of the utility. But yeah, it is pretty much just the bass preset that we made from episode 1, and then I just came inside each preset, did a little bit of tweaking around just to kind of get different sounds for the drop. But yeah, you'll be getting 4 different presets from this project file, so that way you can go ahead and make your own basses with them. And then you can always just come inside of the preset and just mess around with all the effects and whatnot. So yeah, the basses, I went ahead and duplicated them, a total of, yeah, quite a few here actually, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 5 different basses that I used from the first bass. Like I said, I just went inside and messed around with some of the settings. And then I have this little ear candy here from the laser that we made inside of episode 4. And this laser, it's just pitched down by -26 semitones. Then I also have one here in the intro of the song. This is also pitched down by -5 semitones. Next thing I want to show you guys is this background siren noise thing. This is one of the presets. I think this is the 4th preset that's included in the project. I just did some EQing, added a little bit more post-processing. The first thing that I did was EQ it, and then did parallel processing with a reverb, added some OTT, and then an EQ8, and then I just have this utility to do volume control for certain parts of the track where I want it to be silent. But yeah, this is the 4th preset with just a bunch of reverb. And then another cool little effect was I just went ahead and recorded my voice. I just went, huh, and added some reverb to that. I put my radio voice effect on there, but then I freezed and flattened it, and then I just added some reverb over it afterwards. And then it's over here on this part of the track again. And then I just want to show you guys really quick what I did for the mastering chain. I added a saturator, an EQ8, an OTT, a compressor, another EQ8, a utility to set everything from 120 hertz below to mono, and then the last thing was a limiter. It's usually what my master chain contains is a saturator, EQ, OTT with a little bit of the effect. So this is only set to 12% on the amount, and sometimes it's not really needed. I just like it to boost the overall track, and I like to saturate my sound first, and then I'll shape it with an EQ afterwards. So yeah, that is my mastering chain. I hope you guys enjoyed this series, and yeah, can't wait to make another series. I don't know what it's going to be next, but yeah, whatever it is, it's always fun working on these episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.